Good afternoon, students. So I hope that you're all doing really well in your classes, and we're now in week 5 of our class. And so this week you're going to be doing the week 5 practice write-up, so that's due on Wednesday. And then your week 5 discussion, you're going to post your rough draft of your narrative essay to the week 5 forum, and then you're going to post to 2 students as usual. So this is going to be our first peer review forum. And so when you peer review another person's paper, what you have to do is you have to give comments on how that person can improve their paper. So you would give comments like, Jane, you need to fix your grammar errors. John, your thesis statement is not properly placed. It's supposed to be the last sentence of the first paragraph. Or Kathy, you need to fix your punctuation errors, that sort of thing. And so you find, or you would say that, John, your argument does not make sense because your body paragraphs do not match your thesis. And so then you find ways in which you can comment on that person's paper so that the person can improve their paper. So the whole point of a peer review forum is to make actionable suggestions in order to help the other person improve their paper. Don't just simply agree or disagree on a topic and say, oh, Joan, your story is stupendous. I went through a similar experience and I'm so moved by. You can do that, but you then have to also remember to add, oh, and by the way, I really think that to improve your post, like Professor H says, you need to place your life lesson sentence as the last sentence of the introduction, so that your story becomes even more stupendous. I mean, if you want to, the reason why we are doing this is not to nitpick other people's papers, or it's not to make other people feel bad, and it's not to break other people's feelings, hurt other people's feelings. Instead, it's to improve their paper so that they can incorporate your feedback into their final draft so that they can get a better grade. So you wouldn't want other people to have like bad essay structure and get a low grade. And so the whole point of a peer review is you peer review your the other person's paper so they can get a better grade. So you can use ChatGPT to peer review other people's paper. So you put into the prompt, give essay feedback on punctuation errors, grammar errors, that sort of thing, and essay structure. Then you cut and paste that person's essay into ChatGPT without their name and school, and then you post that peer review into the forum. And in that way, you help that student improve their grade. And in that way, you help that student do well on their paper. And then after the week is over, okay, because everyone has until Sunday to post to 2 students and to use ChatGPT, then you look over the feedback that you get, and then you're going to incorporate that feedback into your week 6 final draft. And so in week 6, you're not going to hand in the same paper that you handed in week 4. If I see that you hand in the same paper that you handed if you hand in the same paper in week 4 without incorporating the corrections into the week 6 final draft, you will get a lower grade, because then I know you didn't put any extra effort into the last part of the writing process, because we have 3 stages to the writing process. Pre-writing, which was the week 2 worksheet. Week 4 is writing the draft, and then week 3, stage 3 is rewriting, in which you incorporate the peer review feedback into your final draft. So pre-writing, writing, and rewriting are the 3 stages of the writing process that's been incorporated into this into the syllabus. So then also in week 5, let's see, so in week 5 you're doing the week 5 practice write-up, the week 5 discussion, and you're also doing the week 5 quiz. And so I posted the week 5 quiz study guides in the announcements, and so you should look through the announcements for the week 5 quiz study guide. If you cannot find it, you can always email me and I'll send you a week 5 quiz study guide. And so that pretty much ends today's, oh, and next week, the week 6, that's the last thing I'm going to say, the week 6 forum, you're going to write about revision. And so we're going to go over different ways in which we revise our papers. And I'm going to give you a revision worksheet, and then choose what is your favorite revision style. And so then you would say, my favorite revision style is blah, 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 because. So this way you get to learn different ways to revise your paper, which is the 3rd stage of the writing process. And so that would be week 6 forum. And my students have told me that that's like their favorite part of the writing process. And so now all of the forums, week 6, 7, all the way until week 11, are all going to be peer review forums. And I've posted my PowerPoint on what is peer review. And if you go to the Professor H writing channel and you look up peer review, how to do a peer review, then that video that I did on how to do a peer review will show up in the Professor H writing channel. And so the most common mistake that I saw in the narrative essays when I graded your week 4 rough drafts was that a lot of you forgot to put in the life lesson. You need to put in, what is the point of your story? What life lesson did you learn from that experience? And then you put in the life lesson sentence as the last sentence of your introduction and the first sentence of your conclusion. And then you tell your story. And so you would say, from this experience, I learned that. Fill in the blank. Or the turning point of my life was when I learned this life lesson. And so that is a life lesson thesis statement sentence that you're going to place as the last sentence of the introduction and the first sentence of the conclusion. And if you don't have this done, then this reader is not going to know what's the point of reading your essay. And so, and then you lose points. So do remember to put in your life lesson sentence. And that's the last thing I'm going to say for this particular lecture. So I hope that you enjoy the week 5 assignments, week 5 quiz, as well as the week 6 final draft and finishing up your narrative essay. The next essay you're going to do is comparison contrast essay, and I will talk about that in my next video. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the Professor H writing channel, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me at any time.